Sometimes, just before you drift off to sleep, when the world gets quiet and the memories creep in, do you still think about your first love? About that one person who made your heart race for the very first time? Maybe it was during high school, those carefree days filled with locker whispers, stolen glances in the hallway, or long nights texting under the covers. Maybe a friend that used to live just down the street. Do you ever wonder what could have been? If things had been different? If you had been braver or they had stayed just a little longer? Or maybe it wasn't meant to last, but it's still there, etched into your memory, untouched by time. Let's take a moment to explore this together. The feelings, the lessons, and why we never really forget our first love. Are you ready to dive in? The first love is unforgettable. It's not just a person, it's a moment in time, a feeling we experience for the very first time. It's the butterflies in your stomach when they walk into the room, the anticipation of seeing their name pop up on your phone, hearing their voice, and the euphoria of holding hands like it was the most magical thing in the world. The reason it stays with us, no matter how many years have passed, is because it's our first. It's the first time we felt those intense emotions: passion, joy, anxiety, even heartbreak. And because it was new, it became imprinted in our memories like a tattoo, forever marking a time when love was innocent, pure, and unfiltered by the complexities of life. But why do we think about it so much? Psychologists say it's because first love is tied to a period of discovery, about ourselves, about life, and about what it means to care for someone deeply. It's not just the person we miss, it's the version of ourselves we were back then. Carefree, hopeful, maybe even naive, but full of possibility. Revisiting these memories can be healthy, a way of remembering how much we're capable of feeling, but there's a fine line between cherishing the past and living in it. Lamenting the what-ifs and could-have-beens can blind us to the love and opportunities waiting for us in the present. Remembering is human, but holding on to something that's long gone might keep you from experiencing something even better. The first love might teach us what love is, but it shouldn't define what love can be. Life moves forward, and so should we. In many ways, our first love sets the blueprint for how we approach relationships. It shows us what we value, what we need, and yes, what we can improve. Sometimes it even shapes the walls we build to protect our hearts, or the standards we hold for the next person who walks into our lives. So, if you find yourself thinking about your first love tonight, let it be with gratitude, not longing. Let it remind you that you're capable of deep connection, but also that there's so much more to discover, so many more chapters to write. What about you? What did your first love teach you? What would you say to your first love if you had the chance? Would it be an apology, a thank you, or maybe just a simple, "I remember you"? Do you ever wonder how they see you now? Do you wonder if you still cross their mind from time to time? Are you the person they thought you'd become? Are they the person you imagined they would become? Would they fall in love with who you are today? And what about you? Would you fall in love with who they've become? And for some of us, maybe we never said anything at all. Maybe that first love was a secret we carried quietly, watching them from afar, wishing for just one moment of courage that never came. If that's you, what do you think would have happened if you had taken that leap? What would have changed? But here's the thing. Whether you confessed your love or kept it to yourself, that experience still taught you something. Maybe it showed you how deeply you can feel, how love can make your heart race and your hands tremble. Or maybe it taught you about patience, resilience, and the courage you'll need next time. The truth is, first love isn't just about another person. It's about discovering parts of yourself. And maybe it was never meant to last. Maybe it was there to teach you how to love better. Not just others, but yourself too. So if you could go back, what would you do differently? Or maybe the better question is, what have you learned since then? Share your story below because your journey matters and your voice might just inspire someone else to take their leap. The first love. It's more than just a memory. It's proof that we're capable of feeling something so deep, so pure, that it stays with us long after it's gone. But as beautiful as it is to remember, don't forget that the most important love is the one you live today. Do you still think about your first love? Was it truly love or just the idea of it? Do you believe your first love was your real love? And if you had the chance, would you say anything to them now? Your first love might have shaped you, but it doesn't define you. What matters most is the love you're building now, with others, and most importantly, with yourself. So tell me, do you still think about your first love? Share your story in the comments below, and let's start a conversation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more reflections on love, life, and everything in between.